Local 4 News starts now with a breaking news alert.
Breaking news on the Oxford High School shooting. Prosecutors will seek a life sentence with no parole for Ethan Crumbley. Prosecutors made that known in a new filing. It's a court filing 3 weeks after Ethan Crumbley pleaded guilty to all the charges against him. Let's get straight out to Jacqueline Francis joining us now this noon with what we know about the sentencing push. Jacqueline.
Yeah, the assistant prosecutor says that a life sentence without the possibility of parole is appropriate in this case. Their office announcing plans to seek such sentence in a court filing yesterday. This comes 3 weeks after the shooter, 16-year-old Ethan Crumbley, withdrew a possible insanity defense and acknowledged the shooting at Oxford High School nearly 1 year ago. Crumbley, who killed 4 fellow students, pleaded guilty to all 24 charges, including murder and terrorism. While a first-degree murder conviction typically brings an automatic life sentence in Michigan, teenagers are entitled to a hearing where their lawyer can raise mental health and other issues in arguing for a shorter sentence. The sentencing process is scheduled to begin in February of next year. Reporting live, Jacqueline Francis, Local 4.
All right, Jacqueline, thank you. More breaking news this noon, and this time out of Macomb County. The man accused of causing a crash with a body in his truck in Roseville is now charged with murder. Police say that 19-year-old Stephen Freeman broke into Gabrielle Seats's house last month when she wasn't home. And police say that when she arrived, they got into a fight and she was killed. They are not saying how she died. Later in that day, Freeman was driving her truck near Hayes and Common when he crashed and ran off. Her body was found in the bed of that truck. Freeman went before a judge on the new murder charges today and is in jail with no bond. Our other big story is what is going on with the weather as we take a live look at our camera positioned up and over Mount Clemens. And we have seen some snow flurries in some locations, although not seeing any in this view right now. Brandon, what's headed our way this afternoon?
A little lull in the action, Rhonda. We have a dry slot over us, which is, you know, it's kind of like the eye of the hurricane, just not much happening in the middle of this. So we talk about temperatures for what's to come and what will it be. And it looks more and more like these lower 30s up north will support more snow along and north of M59. But we have upper 30s to near 40 south of 10 Mile, a pretty healthy breeze out of the east-northeast, so our wind chills are still in the 20s to near 30 if you have to head out and about for a little bit. Exact Track 4D shows just a couple of light flakes and snow showers to our north, and this wintry mix south is struggling to get going as, again, the dry air is kind of holding steady, at least for now. But we're going to see a more of a push of wet weather in the form of rain and snow through the later afternoon hours. After 4 p.m. should be snow primarily, again, north of M59, but could get some raindrops mixed in with these upper 30s. Even heavier, maybe measurable snow later tonight, Rhonda. More on that coming up.
All right, Brandon, thank you. Now here at noon, Ferndale High School and Middle School are on lockdown again because of another school threat. The district says a handwritten note was found in a bathroom. There is already an increased police presence at the schools because of threats that canceled classes yesterday. A 16-year-old female student was arrested for making that threat on social media over the weekend. The district wants to remind everyone making a school threat is a 20-year felony and can carry a $20,000 fine. All eyes are on Mar-a-Lago tonight, where former President Trump is expected to launch his third campaign from the White House, or for the White House, I should say. That's tonight. He is looking to move on from midterm defeats as signs show his grip on the Republican Party may be waning. Let's get to Bree Jackson. She joins us now from Washington, where Democrats picked up another big win last night.
Democrats will hold on to the Senate, but several House races are yet to be called. President Biden meeting with world leaders overseas, tackling global infrastructure and climate initiatives at the G20 summit today.
Today we're focused on investing together.
The president also using his time on the world stage to send a strong message about the midterm elections.
What we saw was the strength and resilience of the American democracy, and we saw it in action,
resulting in Democrats clinching the majority in the Senate.
The American people stepped back from the precipice and chose progress and getting things done, rather than the voices of divisiveness, nastiness, and lack of complete truth and honor.
Despite being in the minority, Senate Republicans are vowing to do whatever it takes to block what they call reckless policies, blaming Democrats for issues like rising crime and inflation.
We're going to fight hard for the American families this administration is leaving behind.
While some House races are still too close to call, Republicans appear on the verge of a takeover and are confident they'll hold a slim majority. Leadership roles on the agenda today in a closed-door election, but Republicans are still wrestling with midterm election losses.
How could we in the friendliest environment possible wind up potentially one vote behind where we were?
Some are pointing the finger at former President Trump and discussing moving the party forward without him. Mr. Trump is expected to announce another run for the White House tonight. Former President Trump is expected to make a speech about his political future from his Mar-a-Lago estate in Florida. In Washington, I'm Bree Jackson for NBC News.
All right, Bree, thank you. We will be following the announcement from the former president tonight, and we'll have an update on Local 4 News tonight at 11. Meanwhile, crews in Warren have repaired a sinkhole that was putting a busy road in danger of collapsing. This is what it looked like along 10 Mile. This is 10 Mile Road near Mound in Warren. That sinkhole formed about 50 feet from someone's house. The county says a 30-foot-long portion of the metal pipe at the nearby Bear Creek drain, it rotted, and storm water got through and caused some of that gravel and dirt underneath to wash away. There's a view for you right there. That's what caused the sinkhole. Crews were able to fill the holes and seal up that massive pipe. The project is expected to be finished soon. A group of parents is planning legal action against the Dearborn School District. This comes after the school board voted to ban some books that were causing controversy in the community. Some books will be removed from the middle school library and only be in the high school. Aside from the lawsuit, concerned parents have one challenge left. They can ask for a committee who would then read the books, discuss them, decide whether they should be available in the schools or not. Firearm deer hunting season is officially underway, and this year there are a few changes that you should know about, unless you're out hunting already. For the first time, anyone who successfully takes a deer will need to report the kill online. That harvest report must be made within 72 hours. We have posted a link to get you to more information on how to fill out those reports on clickondetroit.com. The firearm deer season runs through November 30th.